Compliance-safe phrasing on calls. Avoid advice language. Welcome. In fast-moving markets, words matter. Using compliance-safe language protects clients and your firm by reducing legal, reputational, and regulatory risk. It keeps conversations professional and focused on facts, not speculation. It also helps you avoid giving unauthorized advice. Anything that sounds like a recommendation requires approvals and proper documentation. When you keep calls factual and balanced, clients get clear, decision-ready information without pressure. Think of it as guardrails. You can be helpful, responsive, and insightful while staying safely within policy. Let's break down how to do that confidently. What's the difference? Advice tells a client what to do. For example, you should rotate into energy now. That's a recommendation and may require approvals. Information shares facts, context, and options without instructing. For instance, energy outperformed last quarter. Some clients are exploring sector exposure. Your goal is to inform, not instruct. You provide clarity, data, and scenarios so the client makes the final call or moves to a formal, approved recommendation process. This approach builds trust, keeps you compliant, and still positions you as a thoughtful, informed partner. Skip phrases that sound like directives or promises. Avoid "you should buy/sell." That's advice without approvals. Steer clear of guarantees like "this will definitely," or any wording that implies certainty about returns, timing, or outcomes. Also avoid presenting personal views as certainties. Saying, "this stock can't miss," crosses the line. If it sounds like a command, a prediction, or a promise, rephrase it. Your aim is to offer insight, not instruction, probabilities, not guarantees, and clearly labeled opinions, not absolute statements. Use language that opens space for client judgment. Try, "one option is, you could consider," or "some clients are exploring," to keep it non-directive. Frame updates as observations. We're seeing increased volatility in rates, rather than predicting outcomes. Offer ranges and scenarios, not certainties. If inflation cools, yields may ease. If it persists, yields could stay elevated. This style shares useful context and potential paths while leaving the decision with the client or moving to an approved recommendation when appropriate. Strengthen credibility and compliance by showing where information comes from and what it depends on. Cite sources. According to our desk/data, flows shifted to short-duration instruments. State assumptions and limits. This view assumes stable policy rates and no major shocks. Remind about risks and suitability. These instruments carry interest rate and liquidity risk. Suitability depends on your objectives and constraints. Qualifying and attributing signals transparency, shows professionalism, and helps clients weigh information accurately without mistaking it for a guaranteed outcome. Guide the conversation with questions that uncover needs. Use open prompts about goals, constraints, and timing. What outcome are you targeting this quarter? Any liquidity constraints we should consider? Confirm understanding and risk tolerance. Does a moderate risk profile still fit given recent volatility? Invite next steps without pressure. Would you like materials? Shall we review comparative scenarios? Questions keep you compliant, personalize the discussion, and lead naturally to providing approved documents or arranging a formal recommendation process when appropriate. After calls, send a brief recap. Key facts, options discussed, and client questions. Use approved disclosures where required so the information is properly framed with risks and limitations. Avoid personal promises or off-record tips. They can create expectations and compliance issues. If you reference performance, include periods, sources, and relevant caveats. Documentation protects both parties, supports continuity, and demonstrates that the conversation stayed informational and balanced. Do. Be factual, balanced, and sourced. Attribute data, state assumptions, and keep tone neutral. Do. Present options and risks with ranges and scenarios so clients can decide or proceed via approved channels. Don't. Command, predict, or guarantee. Avoid "you should," absolute outcomes, and turning opinions into certainties. Keep it clear, compliant, and client-focused. This approach builds trust, protects everyone, and keeps your conversations both helpful and safe.